everybody. It's Craig from Doc Sports, back with your Doc's Daily Hump Day Wednesday the 28th of May. And we've got the crew together. Of course, Wednesday's Raphael, our king of the odds, and got a couple questions for him. But before I get to it, let's take care of some housekeeping. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Get in on our show every day, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, but also 11 o'clock on Saturday. So we added that 2-3 weeks back, and Griffin and Lenny, Detroit Lenny, take care of that on the weekends. And, of course, as we get towards football season, I'm sure we're going to be doing even more, maybe even Sunday. But make sure you don't miss out. Also, don't forget, get that free $60 account. If you're a new customer, go to docsports.com/free60. All new customers get a free $60 account, and you can use that towards your top plays. For today, I see Raphael has a couple, one in soccer, one in Major League Baseball. Raphael, why don't you start us off? How was your day yesterday, and what do you like for today?
I had a nice winner in the NHL. I think it was 6 or 5. I don't remember. And I even got to post in the BPA and still won. So hey, it was a good day overall for that one. But for WNBA, I can't pay. I can call a ref and ask what he's gonna call and still not cash. So WNBA is kind of been rough, but I had a nice winner in hockey yesterday, and in baseball, continue to roll in baseball. And he said, yeah, I have a 7-unit play in soccer coming out of the MLS. Love MLS Wednesday when you have a full slate of soccer. Who needs going to a Diamondback baseball game where you have soccer on all day today? And then we have a 5-unit baseball play at late game going today.
Nick, what do you have for today, and how'd you do yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday was a really good day. There you go. Yesterday was a really good day. Went 2-0 on the baseball diamond there. So we're back today with a 6-unit on the MLB side of things. That game does start at 3:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's part of a 2-pack. In my last 10 cards, I'm 7-3 right now. We're picking it up on the baseball side of things. Nice win with the Oilers yesterday. I do have a play here tonight in this game, but that's it. Lower volume today, but I have a higher volume card on the MLB side of things, Craig. So we're locked and loaded today.
Griffin, I didn't see you on the BPA. I did see that you had a couple low volume on the Major League Baseball. I like some of those plays, by the way, that you had today. Tell everybody how you did yesterday and what you got all over today.
Yeah, man, I haven't had a top play anything over 4 or 5 units, I would say. It's been probably 3 weeks now. I've been playing. I went through a very, very bad rut. And when you go through bad ruts, you have to slow down your top plays, move everything to lower units, and get yourself back on track. That's exactly what I've done here. I'm 9-3 in my last 12 MLB selections. I'm 10-4 in my last 14 prop selections. I'm 8-3 in my last 11 NHL playoff selections, and 5-2 in my last NBA playoff selections. So I'm currently rolling right now across all sports. I have 4 plays on the MLB diamond. Absolutely loved the card today. I mean, I could have took every play today. I love the card today on the MLB diamond. 4 plays inside of that, 6 units in total. I have a 4-unit player prop, 4-unit NHL play, 4-unit NBA play, as well as 3-pack on the soccer field. Those are all 1-unit plays. So we have a full slate on deck today, Craig, ready to roll, rock and fire, baby.
All right. So I do have a 3-pack. You won't find it if you go to the BPA board for some reason. I don't know. There's some rules here that I still I'm 7 months in. I still don't know the rules. But I have a 6-unit, a 4-unit, and a 3-unit. I've only had more than one play twice this year in Major League Baseball. So I have 3 today. Just rare that I have a 3-pack, but I do have that 6-unit, and they're all in the late evening. So I think 6:30, 6:40, something like that's the first place. So you can get in on that 3-pack. And all you got to do, go over to the grid and get in on your favorite. I do have a small play in the NBA on a prop tonight, but after last night's, I had Miles Turner, and for once they played him a bunch of minutes, and he doesn't shoot any points. He doesn't shoot any shots. I think he was like 5 for 8 from the field, but didn't shoot. He had needed that 1-3 at the end. That was Obi Toppin. That was his play. He fouled the play before. It would have been his 3-pointer. Would have had a chance to get the over, but just to go 3-1 yesterday. So let's talk about how you get on the Premium Plus. The Premium Plus went 3-0 day yesterday, and there's 3 more plays up tonight. I do the video every day, but it's not usually my plays. It's all these guys involved, including all of our experts, and I picked out. There was 2 big consensus games, one in WNBA today and one in hockey, and I put those up as the consensus play. So make sure you get in on that. Go over there, $49.99. Click the link in the description, and you'll get level 1 included. Brad Ellis got in, so make sure you take advantage of it. Okay. Hey, let's talk Major League Baseball, boys. There's some early games, so let's jump on it. Raphael, what do you like here in Major League Baseball as a free play?
My free play. Well, I'm going to jump on what Griffin said just because I'm tired of people in the chat or tired of people in our comments. Oh, you lost your big unit play. Go back and rewind what Griffin just said. Just because he didn't have any big unit plays, listen to his record. 4 unit cash is the same as 4 and 3, and you cash 2 plays. I'm tired of people like, oh, I only buy big unit plays. Rewind and listen to what Griffin just said. His record right now, that is plain old green cash. Just because he didn't have a big player, is not a BPA, you're still cashing, dog. So rewind it, listen to it. Just because he's not in a big unit, you can still buy his weekly and cash big. So I'm tired of people coming on the chats and doing all that. So I had to. Sorry about the rant.
Appreciate it, Ralph.
That's a different story. Don't buy my WNBA plays, but I stink. But my free play right now in baseball is I like the Reds, Royals, both teams to score 3 runs. Why? Because their bullpens on both the teams are tired and they've given up some really, really bad runs late. Royals last 6 games, they've given up 3 runs in 3 of those games, and they've scored 4 or plus runs in 2 of those games. I just think we're going to see a lot of runs in this one. I think the bullpen is going to be the big issue. The Reds have scored, I think, 14 runs in 2 games, and they've gotten to their bullpen 3 in the 3rd inning and the 4th inning their last 2 games. If it's a bullpen game, I like runs.
Yeah, Cameron and Green both been good starters this year. So they might ask both of those starters to extend a little bit this game, like you said, especially the Reds. Their bullpen's been used up a little bit. It is Hunter Green's second off of the IL. So his first one, I think he was kind of on a pitch count. It'd be interesting to see how the Reds and Hunter Green go about how many pitches they let him throw today and how many innings that ends up being. Griffin, why don't you go next? What do you like as an MLB free play?
Yeah, Craig, we'll talk about my Chicago White Sox rolling into New York to play the Mets. You already know where I'm going with this, but I'll give you guys a little same game parlay action on this one. So we got Chicago rolling into New York. Chicago 17-38 on the year, currently dead last in the AL Central. Then you've got the Mets 34-21 on the year, second in the NL East. The Mets right now. Let's get into this pitching matchup. Shane Smith gets the start for Chicago. This is the only good arm they have in their starting rotation. He's got a 1-3 record, a stellar 2.36 ERA, 53 innings of work, and a stout 49 strikeouts to 18 walks. This guy does have a very dominant strikeout to walk diversification. Do not look at anything in this game when it comes to first 5 innings played. This could be very close within the first half of this game. Griffin Canning, on the other hand, you guys hear me talk about him a lot, and I'm going to talk about him again. I bagged the living hell out of this guy early on in the season. He was a former Angel. I always say this repetitively. I'm repeating myself again. Former Angel. Now he's with the Mets. This team has developed this guy into a sensational arm in that rotation, and I would say this is now their ace. His numbers are incredible. He's got 50 innings of work. He's got a 5-1 record, 47 strikeouts, 21 walks, and a stellar 2.88 ERA. Griffin Canning is a guy who, if he comes in and paints the strike zone, he is absolutely sensational. He's been doing so all season long. The White Sox right now, 3-7 in their last 10 games, 5-23 on the road on a 3-game losing streak. Then we've got the Mets red hot right now on a 4-game winning streak, 6-4 in their last 10 games. Nothing to overthink here. As soon as that bullpen comes in for the new White Sox, you know that they're going to get absolutely shelled because they have one of the worst bullpens in all of baseball. I want to say they're top 25 in the bottom of the barrel. So as soon as that happens, expect this New York Mets team at home to light them up. So take the Mets here on the run line, as well as I do believe we are going to see runs scored offensively. The White Sox do score runs. As bad as they are and as much as they do lose, I could see them scoring 3 to 4 runs in tonight's matchup. So give me the run line here with the New York Mets, as well as take the over in this matchup. I believe we are going to see this total go over 8.5 runs in tonight's matchup. So that is my same game parlay for this one, Craig.
And this game's just getting ready to go up.
Starting right now, no out.
Yeah. So if you want to get in on it, don't wait. It's just first pitch, I think, just going off, so you can probably still get in. So in game. Nick, why don't you tell us what you like here at MLB free play?
Yeah. Let's talk about the San Francisco Giants and the Detroit Tigers. Man, have they been hot, winners of 3 straight here. And on the season at home, the Tigers, this is where they play their best baseball. 20-8 here, while the Giants, they're a game below 500 on the road here with 14 wins. And they just been having a hard time producing runs in the month of May here. But they'll have Rupp back on the mound. He's 3-3 on the season this year. In his last outing, he did pick up a win against the Washington Nationals. For the Tigers, they'll have their youngster on the mound in Jackson Jobe. He's 4-1 this season, an ERA at 4 here. I think this game you could take advantage of this one as Job. He's a youngster, and I think the San Francisco Giants come in here and salvage this game. I think they hit Job here today very well, even though their run production has not been good whatsoever. I think this is a game that they could sneak away with a win here with a very good pitcher in Rupp on the mound. So I like the San Francisco Giants here in this situation, even though the Detroit Tigers have been playing very, very good baseball here. And I like the Tigers as well. Sometimes you got to go against your team. Take the Giants here on the money line against the Tigers for this
your
one.
apology.
Hey, this game just getting ready to start as well. So make sure you get in on it if you want to get on this game. This game is just first pitch just went off, I believe. How about this Pirates game? I'm going to give out I think good pitching matchup. Gallen and Skeens. I mean, last year you didn't get Skeens basically any start at this kind of number. I'm kind of surprised after yesterday. Pittsburgh stormed back. I think they were down, 6-2 in the 7th or 8th? I think it was 8th inning.
Mm-hmm.
Came back, stormed back, and won 9-6. And now they get the best pitcher in baseball, in my opinion. And I think he has a great game here. Now, it is worrisome because the bullpen is it's not what it is. But Pittsburgh is like their offense. They have guys that can't score. They just haven't been doing it consistently this year. I like the Pittsburgh Pirates first 5 innings. I like them for the game as well. A nice little price, plus price here. So maybe he's not the best pitcher in baseball, as I say that, but he's top 5.
There you go, Craig.
Top 3. I'm going to go top 3. I mean,
it's Patrick Skubal, best pitcher in baseball.
Like, I don't know. It's like when you get to that point, when you're going to top 3, 4, 5 guys, it's kind of like the NBA. Like right now, it's like, oh, you want to be Joker, SGA, Giannis. It's like, dude, Luke, I'll take any of them.
But can you be the best pitcher in baseball when you're on a horrible team? It doesn't matter.
Hard. Well, you're not going to probably win a lot of awards because you might not win games, as many games because you don't get run production. But it doesn't mean you're not the best. I mean, you can be the best player on bad teams. It's just, I do feel bad for him because in Major League Baseball, you do control your players for a lot longer than other sports. So getting out of there is not going to be easy. Can they build around him? That's something we'll have to figure out. Hey, Raphael, before let's talk NHL, but before I'm going to give you a little warning. Someone asked about the CFL. Can you pull up the CFL odds and kind of everything so we can talk about that after we do the NHL? Nick, why don't you kick us off the NHL for tonight? Elimination game here. Florida couldn't finish it off at home. Now, it's this one's at least bettable. Last game was tough to bet because it was big odds. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you guys everything you want to hear, that the Florida Panthers are going to win this game. But listen, now is the time that the Carolina Hurricanes, they haven't won a home game yet this series. Okay, they play their best hockey at home. I know I'm going against everybody here. All the value in my eyes is on Carolina here tonight. I know they just lost the Panthers just lost that last game at home. Now they're coming back to Carolina. Carolina, this is where they play their best hockey, folks. They got their season on the line. I don't think it ends tonight. Give me the plus value with the Carolina Hurricanes. I know I'm going against you and everybody else in the world, but give me the Carolina Hurricanes. I truly believe they get this win at home for their fans and themselves. They go back to Florida and they drop that game, and Florida goes to the Stanley Cup. I think Carolina, one more day, they'll be alive tonight, correct? Give me Carolina Hurricanes, money line over Florida Panthers tonight.
Yeah, I like a total in this game as I think it was 2-unit play. I like the under, so you don't have to buy that one. Go over there. I like the under. I just think it's a very tight game. I think Florida will play better this game. I think last game they kind of thought, hey, we've kind of dominated them. They kind of I don't want to take anything away from Carolina. Let's be honest. Like when you win in the playoffs. But I think Florida kind of let off. I think their defense will be better this game. I think this screams 2-1, 3-1 type game. Give me the under in this one. Griffin, I actually know what Griffin likes because the consensus was. I won't say what it is. You got to get it on the Premium Plus because it's in there. But Griffin, what do you at least think the key is for tonight?
Well. I mean, what the hell are we talking about here? Let's just be flat out simple here. Panthers lead the series 3-1. They've been the most dominant team in the NHL playoffs the entire postseason. They've dominated everybody. They've been just like the Indiana Pacers. They've been the underdog almost every single game. They've managed to come out and win outright. They have done everything asked of them. They've been stronger. They've been more pesky on the ice. They've been more everything that we could possibly talk about in a hockey game. metrically from a standpoint and watching it with your own eyes, the Florida Panthers have dominated the Carolina Hurricanes across all cylinders. Everybody is playing this game, and Nick, I'm not trying to rip you apart right now, but everybody is playing this game of trying to spot this play and spot the do or die, our backs are against the wall, must-win game type of situation. Why is everyone playing this crap? Why? I don't understand it. The right play is the better team. Who is the better team? Who has proved to be the better team the entire postseason? Who has had all of the momentum all of the postseason? That is the Florida Panthers. It is not the Carolina Hurricanes. I understand the Carolina Hurricanes all season long at home, their ice home dominance was by far superior. I understand that. This is no longer regular season hockey anymore. We are in the postseason. Everything changes. All the numbers go out the window. This is elimination type of games. 7-game series, you got to win the series. That's what it is. Everything else goes out the window. Panthers have been the much better team. Why are we fading the Panthers? I'm on the Panthers. Take them money line, even if you like them 60-minute three-way regulation. Take them to win that. You'll get better odds in this. I'm all over the Panthers. There's nothing else to talk about. Carolina has showed me absolutely nothing in this series other than a bad game out of Florida. That's it. Give me the Panthers.
Take Carolina.
Carolina,
is that right? Is that I'm 8-3 in my last 11, Jagoff. That's my premium.
Should I do it to you like I do it to Tony?
Where's my wallet? Where's my wallet?
Again, we're gonna do this again.
Hey, Carolina is even money now to win the Stanley Cup. I see some places out there plus 103, but even money, and Edmonton plus 110. So it would take, I think the other two are like 18 and 17 to 1.
Wait,
something
did
like
you
that.
say Carolina's even money or Florida?
Florida. Sorry, Florida's even money. Then Edmonton at plus 110. So it's 18 to 1 for Carolina. They're actually the longest shot, and I think the other one's 15 or 17 to 1. So I mean, obviously, right now it looks like it's just a matter of how many games before we see Edmonton and Florida here. Let's talk the CFL. There's someone to ask about it. Where are the odds? Who's favored here? I always say there's a lot of movement every year in the CFL as far as who's going to win, who's not going to win. Raphael, what do you think as far as the CFL future odds here?
It's pretty much wide open. It's the first year in 5 years that the favorite to win the cup is less than 3 to 1. Normally, you'll see plus 150, 2 to 1 to host the cup at the end of the season. Toronto was plus 290. I mean, they were in second place. They were like 4 to 1, and Winnipeg was the top one when they released the numbers out. So it's kind of weird to see that so much parity in the CFL this year. So that's why I like a couple days. I like Montreal and BC. I think BC, who's going to be totally a different team than last year. So keep an eye out for some long shots. I think to maybe win it. I like BC's total season wins over as well. But it should be very interesting. I'm really excited to see CFL just because the parity I think we're going to see this year.
What do we have, like first games in 10 days? A week?
Yeah, 10 days. I think less than 10 days.
It's a week from Friday, right?
Yes.
The Winnipeg Blue
It might be Thursday. But make sure you stay tuned. We'll talk more CFL. I love CFL action. It gets us talking football, and at least through the months of June, July, and August before we get real football. It gives us something.
UFL playoffs start next week. We're still talking football. The UFL playoffs start next week.
I've tried to get into that this year. I don't know. It's just too early or something. It's hard for me to, at least when it's summer, I can get into the CFL. I just have not been able to get into UFL. All right, let's talk the NBA for tonight. Closeout game. Raphael, what's the where are the money coming in on this one first and foremost?
I'm actually shocked that we haven't seen 9 on this one. I think it's probably going to close anywhere between 8.5 and 8. I just don't understand why people are betting Minnesota. I'm going to use a hockey term. Why are people betting Carolina when they have not been the good team all season? Oh, yeah, they won a game. Yay, they won a game. Florida hits you, and they go after your family in the stands after they hit you. That's what Florida's been doing all series long, and that's what OKC's defense is going to do all game long. I just think OKC takes care of business. I like their defense on this side. That's why I kind of like Minnesota's team total under 106.5. Game 1 in OKC, they scored 88 points. Game 2, they scored 103 points. That defense is going to be brutal. And Lou Dort is going to be the main reason Ant-Man has a very long summer. He was all over him last game, and Lou Dort's going to be all over him this game. And he's going to be the reason why OKC wins tonight, not SGA, not anyone else. It's going to be Lou Dort's defense why they take care of business.
Yeah, I mean, if this team wins, which at this point you'd have to say it would take something special for Oklahoma City, in my opinion, to not win the championship. If they don't win if they win the championship, they're going to be odds on next year because all these dudes are coming back. I mean, and they've got 1 million draft picks. I mean, this could be the dynasty because they're not built with, like the Warriors were, where you basically got to pay 3 or 4 guys all your money and you can't keep up. They have just a ton of guys like Lou Dort that are just great role players. And even if a guy gets signed away, like a Caruso or someone like that, to go to a contender, another contender, they have 1 million guys on the bench. They have so much depth. So I don't know. It's going to be tough to see the Thunder win. But the NBA, Raphael, has to be like dreading this. It's going to be most likely Indiana and Oklahoma City. I see the ratings predictions are the worst I've ever seen in the NBA. Is that going to be a problem for the sports books as well?
I don't think so because we have names in here. Everyone knows the names that have been playing. There's some big games with big names in this one. SGA, MVP. He's been just phenomenal for the Pacers. So I think the names are going to get the betting public in the window and betting these games. Now, TV viewership, that's another story because it's just too small of a markets. And we put out odds already. The series price will probably open up $4 pending on what happens today and tomorrow, injuries and all that. I don't see this one opening up any lower than OKC minus 350, 340. But right now we already opened up minus $4 against the Pacers.
Gentleman's sweep. That's my prediction. 5 games. Like, I think the Thunder win in 5 games. I just defense wins championships. I think that's why Florida's going to probably win the NHL. Edmonton's had a nice their defense has been better, right, Nick? Their defense has been a little better. But to me, at the end, usually defense wins championships, and the better defense is not close. It is definitely Oklahoma City. And Nick, when we talk about this game, you have any opinion on any props or anything for the NBA here?
I would look at Anthony Edwards' points. I mean, the only thing that the Minnesota Timberwolves can do in this game is to obviously score at a large sum with this Minnesota Timberwolves team, and has to do all the work in tonight's game if they want to even stay alive. But I'm all over the Oklahoma City Thunder in this one. I just think they get it done at home. Way too good of a team, and the depth of this team is just too much. But I would go a player prop, look at his points. I'm not sure what his points are. I think it was like 31.5 or something like that last time.
I think it's mid-20s, I think.
Yeah, mid-20s.
Mid-20s. I would hit his over. I think he at least needs 30, 35 points in this game to be competitive. He's got to take over this one. It's time for him to show up, but I like OKC in this game.
This could be a correlated parlay type game. If you like Minnesota, you probably should like the under. If you like Oklahoma City, I think it's probably an over game. I just don't see Minnesota being able to keep them down. Like, I just don't see it. I played a team total. I'll just tell you what that is, a 2-unit, 3 units. I believe it was a 3-unit. I like the team total Oklahoma City over. So that kind of tells you where I would like the game. But even though I didn't officially give that out. Griffin, any opinions on this game here?
Under 220.5.
Under. So do you kind of feel like what I'm saying? If you like the under, you kind of maybe think Minnesota has a chance to cover?
In a sense, that doesn't mean I'm backing Minnesota tonight, but in a sense it does. I mean, I've given out my free play on this show literally every single day. Yeah, whatever. All right. I think it's going to be a one-sided game. I think we're going to see an absolute blowout. I think OKC runs them off the court tonight. I think it's one-sided. With that being said, take the under in this game because OKC will eventually start pulling their starters in the fourth. Once they are blowing them out, which that is my incentive, when that does come to tuition, whatever the hell you want to call it, obviously less points are going to be scored. Defense won't become prime, but I just don't think Minnesota is going to be able to hang with them in this game. I mean, it's been the same damn situation over and over again. I mean, we're talking about the same thing, going motivational factors, if factors. OKC has proved to be by far, not just better, by far the better team every single game in, game out, opposed to one game. And in that game, they lost by 40 points. What does that tell you? It's a bad game. And on top of that, they pulled all of their starters out at halftime. I mean, it was ridiculous in that game 3. So looking at this right now, they're going to come full throttle. They're at home in front of their home crowd. They want to send this team home, pack their shit. They're done. Take the OKC Thunder as well. Lay the wood. You just got my free play and take the under at 220.5.
I would wait because it's probably going to move to 221. We know the betting public's going to. If you're going to sit there and watch a game, they're not betting the under. And
right.
Some books already have 220.5 minus 120 on the over. So I can guarantee you the books are going to put 220.
Raphael, do you see a player prop for SGA free throws made or attempted out there? Because I kind of think you got to play if there is the under, because man, have they cried about all the foul free throw attempts for SGA. I kind of think tonight the NBA probably tells them like, hey, let's swallow the whistles a little bit.
No US book has that prop bet, but there's some other shops that I'm not allowed to say.
So maybe search that around if you're not in a legal state and you search that around. What's up?
Live bet, everybody. Live bet the Mets money line right now to beat the White Sox outright. They're down 2-0 in the first. Over's already intact. We're already in alignment here, gentlemen. Come on.
2-0. That's like that's what we call. That's what we call the White Sox, like for the game usually. There you go, Griffin. Betting against his White Sox.
Total runs in the game for the White Sox was 3.5. Now you just need 2 more.
On track, baby.
Hey, Nick, are you guys going to be allowed back in at the airport? You might have to you pull into Chicago and they take him and run him out of the state for betting against his White Sox, right?
Yeah, probably. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see if he gets kicked out of Chase Field today. We'll see if we get kicked out of Chase Field today. We're going right after this show, so I got to keep him calm today.
All right. Well, we're going to end this early because
there's no keeping nobody calm over here.
The boys are going to the game today, so we're going to
wait. You're missing something here, Ralph. I need the odds on yes or no. They get one of them kicked out. I need that odds. Please put that in a private chat somewhere. I got a $20 bill.
We're sitting right behind home plate too, so you'll hear us.
You'll see us in the game. We're right behind home. You watch the D-bag. You'll see us.
I'll record this.
If it was a 9:40 game, if it was an evening game, then I would say yes. But it's kind of an afternoonish type of game in Arizona. I'm going to say they'll be good boys.
We'll be good until
about 2 minutes, and then we're breaking.
All right, so it's good. You guys get a good pitching matchup. Skeens and Garland tonight.
Yeah.
I listen. Maybe you bet the first 5 innings under, right? These two
I'm
are
all
big,
over
right?
it. Under.
We got a couple bets here, and I'd give them all out. But Nick's got a huge play on one of these plays today, and it's not the obvious game. Let's just tell you that. It's just not the obvious play whatsoever. So I don't
like when Nick goes to games. His history is when he has a big.
We're
0-1 with the Bulls, so we'll see about my Diamondbacks here. We're 0-1 with the Bulls. We're trying to go 1 for 2. We'll see how it goes today. Folks.
Never bet games you go to.
No,
I bet every game I go to. I just don't make it a top
degenerate.
play. I just don't bet the top. I went to the Cavs game. That's why they lost. I bet the Cavs on their elimination game. Lost.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, that's just. But I usually like to play the over when I'm at games, so that way I can root for both teams. That's usually the more fun way to go. But baseball, I do like pitching, so I don't mind playing unders in baseball games. But when I go to basketball,
that's my incentive, Ralph. I always go to every game saying I'm not betting this one. I'll be there and I'll sit down, and all of a sudden I'm pulling out FanDuel and putting a dime on the damn game.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And the best is now in these legal states, which Arizona is, you sit down and every big billboard is gambling related now. So it's like either a local casino that's near the casino, near the game, and then all the sports books. And some of them at the Reds game, there's like a sports book right when you walk in the door.
People are watching this show. There's a number called 1-800-PROBLEM-GAMBLING. If you're betting on all those games like that, 1-800-PROBLEM.
We'll be one of those degenerates today gambling.
Could be a tough day on the bank account. We'll see what happens.
Losing bets equal.
Don't forget, Raphael will be back next week. Hopefully, I'll be in Vegas. Hopefully, I'll be able to squeeze some time away to talk because I want to talk. That'll be Belmont week. Will be next week. So thanks again for everybody for joining in. Don't forget, go over to docsports.com/free60 to get your $60 free account if you're a new customer. Hey, I know most of you are already existing customers, so just go to the grid and get in on the top plays tonight. Raphael has the top soccer play. I got a 3-pack in Major League Baseball, so go into the grid and get it. Nick and Griffin, you just go in and get their baseball plays because I have a feeling your mojo is going to be what you need today, Nick, to get the win home for your big play.
Let's go.
All right, guys, have a great one. We'll see you again tomorrow with Docs Daily.